Hello. Hi, hi, hi. Lower the gain a bit, perhaps. Lower Spotify a lot, perhaps. Hi, hi, hi. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. You guys might be saying, what has Cory cooked up for today? He's always got some inventive idea to really push the meta of streaming reality TV forward. And today, I can't help but feel I'm disappointing you guys. I got nothing. I sat here for like an hour, nothing, zero, head empty. So we will be talking. I'll answer questions. We'll look at some Reddits, but there's not even anything there. This is going to be a very vibe based stream. Let me actually translate. Because I'm a TikTok star now, I don't think it's worthwhile for me to worry about coming up with actual Twitch streams. I just find this platform to be so rudimentary and basic and I don't want to say beneath me, that feels harsh, but more so a waste of my time. I'm on to bigger and better things, greener pastures, really. Can we just bitch about how dumb Survivor's being? Here's the thing, right? A question to you guys, question. Do you feel better or worse about Survivor 50's twist if they just didn't do Blood Moon and instead just did tribe swap and then individual immunity and then tribal council? Did the Blood Moon branding make it significantly worse? They will chew you out and spit you out, you big fool. Are you talking about TikTok? Do you think I can't hang? Maybe. Maybe you'll be proven right. Thanks, Nathan. Hope you're doing well. Pelicans are playing well. It got my hopes up for something neat. Honestly, I was relieved, when I heard what the Blood Moon twist was. Right? I thought it could have been even worse. But ultimately, I made this TikTok on the Blood Moon. I don't know if you guys saw it. Shout outs to my TikTok. Go follow it. I'm making content now. I don't see. What I've realized is America has a very difficult time creating consistent TikTok content because the amount of work, it's just a lot of work. Her videos are very complex and you're editing down an hour of footage to a minute and a half. Me filming essentially 1 minute opinion pieces about reality TV that I could script out essentially. The entire process of making one is an hour. Probably more with editing, hour and a half total, right? So I just think it's worthwhile. It is by far the biggest platform at this stage. I don't love the way they do money there. I'm not even earning money, to be clear, at this point. You have to qualify for the partner program, and that requires metrics that I'll be able to hit. It's just you have to wait for a month, I think, until you become eligible. So I'm gonna have to do that. But damn, I wonder what happened if I would have made these immediately post BB25. I actually don't think it would be that big of a difference. Unless I was making just showman's content 24/7. Does the microphone actually record your audio, or is it a prop piece? What do you guys think? Do you guys have a theory? The comment section on TikToks, I haven't seen anything bad. I'm going to respond to the top couple comments. Those are usually safe. And then once you reach the comments with 1 or 2 likes, it's a fucking battlefield. God bless. Okay, someone says prop. Another person says prop. Someone says prop. Okay, yeah, it's a prop. You got me. It's trying to emulate. There's a lot of YouTubers who I feel do the standing microphone thing or the sitting microphone. Have you thought about uploading your videos as YouTube Shorts or Instagram Reels? I have not thought about doing that. I could, right? I should do it on Instagram. There's not really a reason not to. I'm just going to post them on Instagram literally tonight. I think that's true. YouTube Shorts I don't think is super useful. What I was thinking is when I stream with a concept in mind, I'm going to stream to TikTok as well. I'm going to dual stream. And I'm always just going to pay attention to the Twitch chat. I might have the TikTok chat up, but like, you guys know what that chat looks like. So I think I'll co-stream. Because there's no reason not to. I'm streaming anyways. Right. You've been doing great in the digital dailies too. It's a low bar, but I've been clearing the low bar. So, if you guys want to check out my TikTok, it's just corywurtenberger on TikTok. WURTENGER. I guess this was what was left. I gotta think in retrospect I could have done better than this. So, do you guys hear the weird ass ghost in my in the back of my TikTok? Was the bloodiest, most diabolical, flaccidest twist of all time.
Literally.
Why does it feel like I'm playing Subnautica? Like, coming to you live from the abyss. So we merge, then we unmerge. That wasn't me. I swear that wasn't me. That was neighbors playing music. No, for some reason when you upload from CapCut to TikTok, you just like post your thing, and I'm about to post it, it like auto assigns a sound. Merge, and then we split into groups of 5, and it's really prominent. I'm surprised more people didn't comment on this. I don't know if anyone did. At this point, I know this twist belongs in the fire. Jeff loves small tribes because it's super spooky. Yeah, it does go away at some point. What an odd thing. I think I saw someone say turn the music down. Trust me, I didn't mean for there to be music there at all. So that one did pretty well. That one was 18,000 views. The next one got to 27 with a Jesse Tannenbaum comment, which, you know, if you guys could read between the lines what's happening there, you know. You know. And then I posted one about old school Big Brother that is currently flopping 3,800 views. Pitiful. I've fallen off. It was a good run while it lasted, though. It was a good run. I'm going to quit while I'm ahead. You just posted it. LOL. Nope, nope, nope. It's a failure, and I'm a failure for posting it. If you guys have any ideas for things I should talk about on TikTok, please let me know. I feel like there's so many rants I've gone on during stream of this nature. I don't want my like topics to be Keanu is so overrated or Ashley's a bad winner or like stuff like that. I don't need to do. I don't think that's worthwhile. But like more so big picture stuff about these shows. I'll do something every week for Survivor just because it's the show that's on now, so I'll keep that going. But yeah, TikTok, I will say I'm fully scripted if that's not obvious. I try to keep it conversational, but it really isn't that conversational, which I think is fine. I thank you, Seabeth, but thank you again. So let's look at the Reddit, see if there's anything to talk about. I'm pretty sure there's not, which is kind of crazy. Like, what are we doing? Let me see if I can screen capture this. All right, perfect. So there's a casting call in Massachusetts, Springfield. I won't be there. If they directly asked me, I might do it, but I'm not going to ask them to go. That's weird. So, that's where I'm at there. What if Rachel survived the White Locust? I saw everyone saying that she probably would have gotten like 4th or 3rd or something. I think she probably is like 6th or 7th. I just think, like, Morgan and Vince are going to comp out anyways. The only thing that could save her is Keanu winning those comps and Rachel and Keanu actually being a thing. We just have no reason to believe that Keanu would have actually worked with Rachel over Vince, right? But I kind of hesitate to think that, like, Keanu would target Rachel, necessarily. I feel like Keanu's target would still be Morgan and Lauren and people like that. So maybe Rachel could squeak in there, and then they still have to deal with Keanu. Like, there is a way where she can kind of wiggle her way to, like, 5th. But it still comes down to comps at the end of the day, and I just trust Morgan and Vince to beat Rachel. Wasn't Lauren going to target her soon anyways? Yeah, but I think it's like Lauren and Kelly were really the ops. Vince, I think, would have gotten there. Morgan would have gotten there too, but I think Morgan has to take out Keanu and Lauren first. Like, everyone had like one or two people they had to deal with first. Even Lauren, I think Lauren would have targeted Rachel before Morgan, but she should have targeted Morgan. It really comes down to if Keanu was doing anything. He would have gone out in the White Locust. I think we're assuming like the final nine's a normal round. Like, let's just replace the White Locust with a normal week. And the HOH that week would have been Ava, I guess, or Lauren, depending on how you do it. If it's Ava, she probably would have been okay. If it's Lauren, that would have been dicey. Who would have gone out the White Locust instead of her, Ashley or Will? I think that makes the most sense. I have faith in most of the rest of the cast's compatibility. So I think she makes it further, but not our winner, likely. How I view the BB27 cast. What sticks out to me here? I think I would drop Ava and Kelly. I would put Lauren to mid, probably. And maybe Mickey to all-star. Maybe Mickey to good. I think it's a fine list. I think Keanu, like, for me, I just prefer Vince and Morgan as characters to Keanu, but that's just me. On the episodes, I think you favor Keanu. On the feeds, you favor Vince and Morgan for sure. I don't think Adrian's poor casting. I do. Seems like a nice guy, but I think he was incredibly frustrating to watch. It's a really bad combination of like not playing the game hard and being super like self-righteous about how the game should be played. I also think it's kind of insulting like coming on the show as a super fan who's like really never seen the show and then like talking about honor and integrity. Disrespectful is not the right word. Just, it's kind of lame. Like the only people I think are poor casting are the two of them. I think you put Catherine in there too, just to be honest. She seems very nice. Again, it's just like, what did Catherine give us at the end of the day? And I can't blame it all on Riley existing. I don't think that's fair. I'd say Kelly is poor casting. Say what you will about Kelly, she gave us something. She gave us something. And, like, she should have been an early disaster boot, and I think she's a fun early disaster boot. It's just getting to Final 7 is like, okay. This feels a bit too far. He'd kill it on Survivor right now in the Honor Integrity Alliance. Yeah, he could do well in a lot of seasons if he just, like, gets the chance to win some competitions, right? Win 2 HOHs, all of a sudden, people have to come up to you and make deals and do all that. He just got, like, second in everything. Except for the one blockbuster he won, right? She gave us drama. I wouldn't say she gave us drama. What else do we got? Weird Big Brother casting idea. What if every season they brought back a house guest that did not win last season? Would everyone enjoy this, or would a fresh new cast every season be more liked? I mean, there is a danger of, like, Survivor 49 happening again, where, like, they all know Survivor 50 is about to happen, so you're kind of trying to get on 50. And I think Big Brother's much worse because there's live feeds, so they wouldn't be able to edit some of that annoying behavior out. So, like, I think you'd have so many people just hamming it up trying to be the sole returnee because straight up being the sole returnee is like, okay, your chances of winning the next season are way up and you actually will make a lot of money. Even if you're not getting a huge signing bonus or, stuff like that, I do think like the influencer side of things would actually be pretty serious if you were like the sole returnee. But I think this is a bad idea. I saw someone on TikTok said Angela gave us drama, making fun of people with them not fighting back isn't drama. I actually disagree with you. I think Angela made a ton of drama. I think it's hard to argue she didn't. You could argue I don't think drama has to be two-sided all the times. I think talking shit behind people's back is not drama. That's what Kelly kind of gave us. But like Angela yelling at people to their face is drama. And I'm down. The thing is, you just can't find 16 Angelas. Like, Angela's one of one. She's also influencer Nepo baby. People don't, like, think of Angela when those terms come up, because you usually think of, like, 22-year-old model. But, like, she had been on TV shows before. I think if you just swap Angela with someone else, they would consider that person a Nepo baby, right? But she was great casting, obviously. Lisa crying in the storage room isn't fun drama. I think the Lisa stuff was the nastiest for sure. But I'm thinking more of like the Matt Hardiman things and just like her hysterically crying and then the charcuterie and then the being left out of the alliance and again like the T-Core stuff was kind of weird too. It's a mixed bag, but I think you can't argue that like Angela wasn't drama. It's not the same thing as old school. Well, the thing is I think you could get like an old school screaming match with Angela if there was another Angela in there. Like Angela versus Felicia, you might have a chance of getting something. But yeah, I think it's a bad idea. They're going to do something like it though, where I think they're going to lean on like a solo returnee relatively consistently. I think they just like having someone to rely on as a narrator and a confessionalist. Which double eviction was better? Oh, come on. What are we even talking about? Which Janelle double? Oh, see, I get confused because Janelle's iconic double eviction was not a double eviction. It was like a 2-day process, right? And then she ends up getting out, what, Jennifer? Like, I'm sorry. You're comparing that to the Netta? Unless we're talking about, did Netta win a double eviction HOH somewhere? Because I assume this is talking about BB Can 5. In which case, this is the best eviction in Big Brother history. Like, I feel like the closest to an old school fight from BB25 was Serena and Felicia. Yeah, I mean, we just had nothing. Like, old school Big Brother. The closest we got to old school Big Brother on our season was Jared and Blue. For sure. It was like Jared and Blue, just their whole showmance, basically. I don't think anything else is even comparable. Say what you want. Like, I thought the Humiliverse fight genuinely was a really good fight. I think it's, like, rare to have a fight that is so game-oriented. I mean, the 6 shooters, another day 43 thing. I think those fights are really fun, too. It's just, like, it's different. When Janelle and Bo are yelling at each other, it has nothing to do with game. She did win one in BB Can, too. I have to re-educate myself, then. We already got back-to-back third placer and a back-to-back runner-up. Do you think we'll ever get a back-to-back winner? Well, currently it has to be Ashley. She's the only one eligible. So, I think it's a bit unlikely. I think it's unlikely. I think in Big Brother... Okay. Do you think Big Brother or Survivor is more luck-oriented? I think Survivor has a lot more luck, especially in the modern era. Old school Survivor, I think, was pretty reliably winnable. But new school Survivor is, like, good fucking luck. Everyone is playing pretty hard, and there's so many twists and so many swaps, and so much of it comes down to challenges pre-merge, and, like, it's just a mess. Survivor, or Big Brother, on the other hand, it's like, there's a lot of luck, but there's also much more bad players, and if you're really good at competitions, that translates. I will say, you guys should prepare for Jag to be on Survivor. I don't know when it'll happen. I don't know if it'll happen. I don't know if he has any... I'm sure he would do it. I don't know if he's actively trying to do it. But I think he's going to do it. I think after winning Big Brother, after winning The Amazing Race, not to mention he's the exact type of person Survivor would want in the modern era. It's gonna happen. And I don't think he's gonna win just because it's unlikely, but he has as good a shot as anybody. And I think straight up, maybe you guys know I like Jag, but I think he's earned it. What's up? That is not how you spell my name, but it's an excellent try. It's an excellent try. You gotta admire it. Autocorrect. Sure. Sure. So yeah, I don't think we're getting a back-to-back winner. Maybe a hot take. Probably not. That time when Matt dressed up as Britney's creepy pageant photo. We have to figure out what our Halloween costume is going to be this year, me and America. I'm not going to say we're running out of time, but, you know. All right. You're forgiven. You're forgiven. What made Morgan and Vince a captivating story in the game? So putting aside the relationship stuff, because I really do think, let's say Vince did not have a girlfriend outside of the game. I still think they're a, like, pantheon entertaining duo. Just like Vince being as socially connected and active as he was, but being so, like, passive in his decision making, and Morgan just being a brick wall. It was crazy. And they were both, like, Vince would want to be told what to do, and Morgan wants to tell him what to do, but Vince knows he shouldn't. It's just an all-time duo. And you know if they went on BB30, it'd be the same shit. Like, they just are what they are. It'd be good. I'm curious if there's any friction with Sikhism and playing Survivor that would make it tricky. I genuinely don't know. I don't think so. I don't think so. Like, of course I'm not an expert. I do think they would make any accommodations necessary. And also, in general, like, Jag can still, wear a turban. He has his athletic turbans, too. Jag swam a ton in the BB house. Unless there's something I can't even, like, think of that I don't know about Sikhism, I don't think it'd be a problem. Like, what would he have to do in Survivor that he couldn't do on the race? I'm surprised there hasn't been a Sikh Survivor player. Is that true? I'm not sure. I don't know if there have ever been any Sikh women to play. A very stoppable force against an immovable object. It's a good way of saying it. The stoppable force. How Vince won Big Brother 27 would be pretty good. What foods make you think about Big Brother? For me, the foods that make me think of my season are like tilapia, candied bacon for sure, Lunchables, nachos, Smirnoff Ice. Yeah. Tilapia was annoying because they made tilapia a few times, but in our stinko-meter, if you guys remember the stinko-meter, we'd poop and then, that's a stinko-meter, or whatever. There would be one like, it smells like someone microwaved tilapia. And they would just say that all the fucking time. Who from BB27 would do the best on a returnee season? Are we saying, like, assuming everyone returns, or just, like, the realistic people? I think of the realistic people, I'd put my money on Vince. I don't think Vince would win, but I think Vince's formula is kind of like Bowie's formula. They're very different players, but I think Vince gets far most times. It's kind of hard to imagine how he doesn't. He got close to getting evicted for sure, but I would say Vince of the realistic options. Morgan, I think, is a threat, and I think she's not going to play chill at all. Keanu is Keanu. I don't think she was really playing in her season, so would want to prove herself. If we're saying just anyone who comes back, it's like, shit, that opens the door to a lot of people. You'd say Rachel, like. I just think with Catherine, we saw her play for like 40, 50 days, and I didn't see much. If they know Vince's game, he's gone pretty soon. Yeah, but like Vince is also not that big of a threat because you know Vince's game. America loves Lil. It's her favorite. We have not watched the finale yet, so no spoilers. Do you think postseason reputation makes a difference in gameplay for returning players? Of course it does, yeah. Like, who's an example of someone who, like, tarnished their reputation postseason? Like Carson. I think if Carson went on Survivor 50, he'd probably be in more trouble than he would have been if there was no outside of the game stuff. On Big Brother, who, like, ruined their reputation? I feel like there's not as much of that happening. Maybe, like, Chelsea being a bit more hot water, but Chelsea's not been ostracized or anything. People still like Chelsea. Yeah, I just don't think. Yeah, shout outs Carson. Big Brother what ifs. How different would a final vote be in Big Brother 3 if there were a jury? So we're sequestering people. I still think Lisa wins. I would imagine. I don't know. Like, I think Danielle, them seeing the DR is obviously hurt, like, damaging. But at the end of the day, like, she was still responsible for their evictions and they knew it. So it's hard to distinguish if the bitterness came from the diary rooms or just, like, you're bitter that she booted you, and then you get to justify it with this other reason. Thoughts on LeBron and Son heading into the playoffs? You guys don't know. I root for the Lakers sometimes in the West. I'm a Heat fan at heart. But in the game against the Thunder, the Lakers lost by 50, and Luka and Austin are basically done for the season. They might come back in round 2, but they're not getting to round 2. Which I kind of love it. The LeBron legacy playoffs. Here's all I'll say. If he wins a round, he's the undisputed GOAT. If LeBron James beats the Houston Rockets or the Minnesota Timberwolves in a 7-game series without Luka and Austin, with his second best player being DeAndre Ayton, he's the undisputed GOAT. I'm sorry. He isn't even winning a game? Sure, that's fine. Just as long as we all agree on these parameters, I'm happy. Okay, that's why it would be such a big deal. They're going to be rolling out LeBron James, Jake LaRavia, Rui Hachimura, DeAndre Ayton. Shit, who else? Are we starting Luke Kennard? I guess Marcus Smart should be back. So it'll be Marcus at point, Jake, Rui, and LeBron at the 2 through 4 in some order, and then Ayton at the 5. Bronny 6th man. It's going to be fun. I'm kind of with it. It takes all the pressure off the playoffs. You just get to see him hoop. Bronny about to get real minutes in the playoffs? Yeah. Jared Vanderbilt playoff masterclass. It's going to be awesome. What do you think of a cartoon or Disney character season of Big Brother? What does that mean? Are we animating it? Like, or are we saying if it happened in real life? How would BB6 have played out if Howie stuck to the alliance and didn't nominate James and Sarah? I still think the friendship stands a pretty good chance. It just, can James beat the friendship in those competitions specifically? It's like, maybe. But I think the winner is likely one of Janelle or Maggie anyways. Right, because it just gives Janelle another buffer when they have to get rid of James. Because I think what people forget about BB6 is, like, Janelle was not saving herself every week. She saved herself a couple times, but she was kind of sitting on the block for eviction a lot of times. Against Kaser, both times. I think she saved herself against Howie. She probably would have gone. I think she sat against Michael. So I do think the friendship still wins. I think Maggie still wins, but it's a little bit dicier. Maybe Janelle gets an extra week. Maybe James comps out. It's hard to say. BB7 is more saving herself. Yeah. Who wins BB All-Stars if Janelle and Will are final two? We've talked about this, right? So Boogie goes to Will. Danielle goes to Will. Howie goes to Janelle. James goes to Will for sure. And then we're missing a vote. Erica probably goes Will. but could go Janelle. Chicken George, I think, is a total toss-up. Marcellus probably goes Janelle. I mean, Will gets a locked-in 3 votes. Janelle has a locked-in, I think, 1 or 2 votes. So I think Will wins. But I think it's 4-3 or 5-2 at worst. Like, it's a close vote. But they would never end up in the final 2 together. I think if they're final 3, Janelle, Boogie, Will, I think Janelle probably cuts Will, I think. If she's willing to cut him at 4, probably willing to cut him at 3. Who wins BB8 without America's player? I don't think there's any reason to say anyone but Eric Stein. Danielle has no shot. The jury reputation's a problem. Zach, I don't think stood much of a chance unless he's next to Danielle or Dick, right? Like, I think you have to guess Eric or Jessica. Jamaica would have a better shot, but, like, I don't know. I think Boogie would do whatever he could to get Erica to vote for Will. Boogie was able to manipulate Erica a lot, but by the end, it wasn't working. You guys, there's a parallel I just thought of that rings really true to me. Burton and Johnny Fairplay at the end of Pearl Islands are so similar to Will and Boogie. In terms of, like, they're running the house, everyone's under their spell for some reason, except Sandra. And then they just get cocky. They get cocky and fumble at the goal line for, like, no reason. The Janelle and Will thing, I have a little bit more, empathy for, because the Janelle Will situation was just so weird. But yeah, I mean, it's bad. Like, old school Survivor, these players are so bad. It's crazy. Would Jesse have won BB11 if not for the coup d'etat? No, he would not have. How would BB13 have played out if Evil Dick didn't leave? I mean, that's a different season. I would assume Danielle would probably stick with the vets a bit longer. But who knows how Danielle and Dick are in the house? Like, they were not close going into BB13. So maybe it's like Danielle going against her dad, which would have been awesome. That would have been some good shit. If it's the same Danielle, Kalia, and them, and they're just going against Evil Dick, that'd be pretty cool. Is Pearl Islands overrated to you? I think so. It's not. I don't think it's top 3, but I do think it's top 10 easy, probably top 5. I think the pre-merge tribe stuff is so fun. Drake as a tribe is great, and I forgot how much I liked Morgan as a tribe. Just the abject suffering, and Andrew Savage just weathering it all. A lot of the votes were boring in the pre-merge, but the episodes were good. The Outcast twist is something I thought you would hate. Yeah, I do. I do hate it in a vacuum, but it's fun on a rewatch. And I think it made the season better because the right people came back, if that makes sense. But yeah, I mean, I don't like returning players at all. What if Alyssa and Amanda never tell Andy that Alyssa is keeping Amanda? So basically, if Andy doesn't target Alyssa... I don't know. I mean, in that case, McCrae probably clocks Andy. McCrae clocks Andy, and then what? Targets Judd or something? You guys help me with this one. BB16 without the rewind button. I think Derek still wins. Frankie's going to take Derek to the end anyways. But maybe Frankie's able to get to the end. But I still think, like, Cody's a great competitor. Caleb was pretty good. Derek was not bad. Like, I think Frankie probably gets cut somewhere 4 or 3. But he's likely to comp out. He's the best competitor left at that point. So, I think Derek wins no matter what. I think BB16 is the season where we knew the winner earliest in the season, ever. I don't think there's any season that matched it. BB2, no way. BB3, no way. BB4, no way. 5, no. 6. And I'm talking no, not just like, oh, they probably are the favorite at this stage. I mean, shit. Is there any season that was more obvious? Cody is probably the only one. BB26, no, because even when Chelsea was doing well at the start, Brooklyn was also doing well, and Quinn was doing well week 1. But even by like week 4, it was like Brooklyn and Chelsea were in a good spot. And then there was like T-Core, who wasn't as good of a player, but she had so many connections. It was not as obvious. All cartoon characters and Disney characters from Pixar come to our world animated. Okay. Who wins Big Brother animated? Who do I think is good? Well, we're definitely casting Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head. That's easy. We're casting Ham. I just want to do Toy Story Big Brother, to be honest. That'd be kind of good. I love Slink. America's trying to backdoor Sparky week 1. Rev up the Brent steal. We could do that one day. I think we will do that one day. We'll do stupid ass Brent steals. We'll do like 5 of them. Buzz. Buzz is too big of a threat. But we don't have to stay contained to Toy Story, right? They call him Forky? Oh, okay. Lightning McQueen out early? Yeah, you gotta think. You gotta imagine. I'm trying to think if there's anyone that really would scare me from Disney or Pixar. Like, oh shit, they're gonna be good. I mean, Hercules is probably a comp beast, right? Bo Peep, sure. Buzzle comp out against Hercules? Seems doubtful. Low key, it's gonna be so disappointing when we get like an Elementals final 2. Oh my god. Oh my god, imagine Anxiety from Inside Out 2. That'd be good. What would happen if Vanessa evicted Steve over Austin? Probably Austin wins the game, right? I mean, Vanessa could still win. She could just comp out at that point. She's so good at comps, and if they still have to get rid of Johnny Mac first, they probably get rid of Austin at 5 at that stage. I mean, it's at that point, it's either Vanessa or Austin. It's a 2-horse race. All things considered, I am glad Steve won. I would have preferred Vanessa, but if we're talking risking an Austin win, I'm good. I'll pass on that. Who wins BB19 without Paul? Who's the second best player on BB19? In a vacuum. I'm not talking about during the season. Because obviously during the season, Josh played the second best. But I don't think Josh is the second best player there. Now he might be because he's played so many games, but I think the second best player is probably Mark. Shit. I think it's Mark. I respect your opinion on Mark. I just think it's Mark. Yeah. He was playing both sides. He was really trying, but he just wasn't. He was too big of a threat to be in Paul's group. Is it a hot or cold take? I prefer Josh in the challenge. I mean, we've only seen... I enjoyed him on BB19 because he just fit that season, and he was so... I like Josh, but, like, pathetic, frankly. I do not like him on La Casa de los Famosos, if you want to talk about that. I can't say I understand the context of everything, of course, but from what America's told me and what I'm seeing, the constant getting in people's face and then the constant I'm the victim, it's an annoying combo, right? Adds to the entertainment, of course. I could see Elena doing well. I mean, maybe. I think Mark's a much better competitor, too. I don't remember how bad Alex actually was. I know I hated her because she was so mean, but I don't remember if she was super bad as a player. I know, like, in the end game, she probably had the most win equity outside of Paul. Oh, it's probably Christmas as the best player, right? It's probably Christmas. It's so hard to imagine how Christmas would play without Paul. But I think because of the broken leg, I'll give it to Mark. But Christmas is probably up there too. No, Alex was the worst, and like Jason was terrible too, and Matt was terrible, and Raven was terrible, and people were like, "I want Raven back." Raven was so mean. They were all so mean that season, including Paul, of course. I think like the only people who kind of stayed out of the muck was like Mark wasn't mean like that. Elena was a shit talker, but you know, it was pretty rough. I see a TikTok being formed in real time. No, what's the TikTok? Why we should hate Alex? I'm not trying to reignite anything. Well, I don't know about that, Pendulami, but I was thinking, does Christmas play a lot better without Paul? Probably does, right? But does Christmas go home week 1 without Paul? That's also possible. The ripple effects are weird. Everything kind of just changes. Jessica without Paul has Cozy as a shield. Yeah, but Jessica was so bad. Jessica was so bad. Like, Jessica without Cody in the house was a little better, I guess. A tiny bit better. But you win HOH. Nah, she was bad. There's a question of, like, is the BB19 house as toxic and volatile without Paul? I don't think so. It's not all Paul's fault. Everyone has agency, and it's their own actions. But I think when the person who's running the game so aggressively brings that kind of energy, it ripples through the house pretty hard. I think the reason why BB25 was kind of like a negative shit-talky season was because the people in charge. Right? And it was different kinds. Like, I think Sari, Felicia, and Izzy were more like shit-talking people. And then Jag and Matt were more like self-righteous. Like, it's different kinds of negativity. But yeah, both are kind of annoying. Do you think season 30 will be all winners? No. And I hope they never do all winners, because we do not have an entertaining group of winners who would do it. The winners, like, all winners would just be boring, and they all know each other too much. It's a bad idea. If you want to do a shortened version, sure, but that's just not Big Brother, so it doesn't matter to me too much. BB25, I thought, only got the nastiest at the end with a few exceptions. It's just not true. As the game simplifies and people just talk personally more, there is more shit talk towards the end of the game. That always happens. The reason why people didn't care as much about the toxicity in the first half is because the game was better and the people who were shit talking were liked. Right? It's that simple. Like, Suri and Felicia and Izzy talking shit just doesn't feel as bad as Matt and Jag and Bowie talking shit on, Jared talking shit, Jared was the one, for what it's worth, who got flamed, and he had it coming, but I do think, like, he would have gotten off better if the audience just liked him. Also, I think people forget, like, BB25 had negativity the whole time. Like, the Cameron Riley stuff was weeks 1 and 2. Luke stuff was week 1. And then the Blue and Jared stuff starts happening. And then everyone's being weird about America weeks 4, 5, and 6. And then by the end, it really becomes shit on America time. With a hint of shit on Cory. Big Brother with only Survivor players, what do you think? I think it'd be a lot of gamers. I'd be down, but, I'd always prefer just a new cast of people. But it's not the worst idea. I just think it's a little bit grovelly from Big Brother to do that. Is that it? Is that it for this subreddit? You're at the nomination ceremony. Your face appears on the wall. Your allies are turning on you. You need to win the veto. What comp are you picking? I would not pick Soulmates. Fuck that. That competition had a lot of luck. The one competition I won, I don't know if I should have won it. I think I would like... It's kind of hard. I mean, quizzes, I can't pick a quiz. Those are too crapshooty. You can't pick a knockout because I'm the target. Jack the Dipper. I would be very good at Jack the Dipper. That's true. Path to Power Part 2, I'd be okay. Comics, I'd be pretty good.
Which one's Jack the Dipper?
Jack the Dipper was the one where they dipped the chip in one of 3 things, and then you had to guess which one had the most. It was a BB-27 HOH.
They do what?
There was like a TV screen, and then you have Jack the Ripper dipping chips in this one, this one, and this one.
Oh, counting. Oh, which one has the most, which one has the least. Least.
Jack the Dipper was not confusing. Soulmates, to this day, no one understands.
What do you mean?
Basically.
The Tinder bio, right? That's like the Tinder bio one, but I think it's like that is not a competition you do during a double.
You can't follow along.
There were so many questions.
There's likes, dislikes, and then there's the age and there's like 5 different categories. It was just bad.
Just so bad.
What's your ace in the hole veto competition? Is it just comics? Toss a coin. Probably comics. You'd be fun with the wine one.
What wine one?
The last season, where the poison chalice.
Yeah, maybe. Anything chancy.
That one's pretty luck based.
Okay with. Yeah.
Pressure cooker. Yeah, America probably is pressure cooker.
I was gonna say anything with time. I feel like I'd be pretty good at the counting one.
Yeah.
We still got to do that podcast.
The one she would have won if Jag didn't compete in 2 consecutive HOHs. I've heard 7 different people would have won that competition if Jag didn't play.
Me and Suri were close, but it was you had to get 5 different things, and we both had 3.
So Jag won by a lot.
Yeah, he won by a lot.
I choose hide and go veto. You got a spot in mind? I think haunted house I'd be good at. I would take haunted house. I'm not scared of stuff like that. I don't have inhibitions.
It was so hard. You couldn't see anything.
Yeah, but like I would run into stuff. It wouldn't be fear that slows me down. I think maybe there's a competition I was thinking of.
I'm sorry, Felicia. I think about this a lot, but Felicia walking into the same room twice, like that is so funny, and I don't think people realize how hard that is to do.
That's true about Felicia. She's effortlessly funny.
Like it was a tiny room, and there was very clearly an entrance and an exit. That's so funny.
I love them showing the studio set in the edit too.
Yeah. What'd she say? Like, oh darn.
Also, how off would it be for them to have like a fucking door like that in the competition?
What do you mean?
Was it like an industrial, like normal door? It wasn't like this is a competition, spooky door.
It was just a regular door.
You're both close at comics. America and I have the 3rd and 4th fastest comics times of all time, I think.
No, we don't.
I thought
there's like 5 people between, like Michael Bruner, like.
Did Michael finish faster?
Like,
no, Michael was faster.
Faster, but like Nicole is like under me a little bit. There's like 4 or 5 people between.
But I only lost to you by 20 seconds.
I'm saying it's very close afterwards.
Point is, I think we are clearly both good at that comp. I'd be down for OTEV too. There's people who could beat me in OTEV, but like I'd have a good shot.
I don't want to talk about OTEV.
I wanted to do a stacking competition, not a tiny veto. I would suck at that, but like any of the stack something and don't have it fall. I think I would have liked.
Wait, you were into Pitch Perfect. Were you into the Cup song?
I wasn't into it. I knew it.
You can do it.
Maybe if I had a solo cup. Maybe.
You could probably get the Parmesan cup and try it. Wait, make sure it's closed, because Parmesan cheese will go everywhere. Okay.
Do I know how to do it? Isn't that kind of it?
You like clapped twice, I think. No, it's like.
That's it, right? Is that it?
That's pretty good.
No.
No, but it's like it's da 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 da.
Okay.
Da.
We up?
You got some of it. That's pretty good.
What a movie that was. That was a great movie.
I've still never seen it.
America arbitrarily decides to not watch shows or movies based on like the weirdest criteria. She's like, there's too many throw-up jokes. I'm like, it's 2 scenes. I just watched a movie where someone gets shredded in an escalator. And America loved it. So yeah, I guess those are my comps. Do we have anything on this one? Anything interesting? BB15 star Erin Williams announced that she would be open to doing Big Brother in the future. You know it's bad when you have to change your name. I assume she got married. Um, People are silly. She's not delusional that she thinks she can get back on. That's not what's happening here. She's just like doing the alt-right I'm racist thing of like, haha, I'm living my best life, screw the haters, you know? Screw the haters, all people of color. It's like, is she still a racist? That's a good question. Nah, she's reformed. Yeah, she's still a racist. I have a feeling they will be begging soon enough. Yeah, come on. No, I do know. CBS tilting the direction they're tilting does not mean Jesse is tilting the way he's tilting. Like, casting is casting. The only people who I think have a shot of ever being brought back from BB15, I think it's just Helen and Alyssa. Helen would have been on BB22, and that didn't happen. So I think it's just Alyssa, and I don't think so either. I hope not either. You know, like, I don't think there's anyone in BB15. Andy, you could say for like, you know, a certain kind of season, it just feels unlikely. Even not even Andy for a winter season. I mean, that's the scenario, right? But sudden Nick, they would take Nick Uhas back if he wanted to play again. I believe that. Dr. Will is such a fucker. Like, he's criticizing people for going on a show when you have kids. I don't think he even thinks that. I'm sorry. He's just being annoying. Pitch Perfect, Superfly. I think this was before he went on Dondi too. So I think he's just doing some things. Does anyone know Julie Chen's political stance? No, but we can theorize. I can't help but have a theory. I won't share it though. I saw a statistic that season 9 and 15 are the only seasons with no returnees ever. I guess not counting the recent seasons. Damn, everyone just reposts everything. It's so boring. Okay, last thing, and then we'll get off. It's going to be an hour-long stream, brief. Just wanted to get on and say hi. I'm planning a stream about the stock watch that I was trying to do today. I just don't have time. There's too much happening with finals. That will be the next stream. Is my fall presentation-y type stream. But is there anything happening on Survivor? I saw this, which I thought was really funny. Where was it? I thought this was funny. is a good Aussie joke. My mom met Suri. I FaceTimed Jared. It was pretty fun. So I spoke to Jared and Suri for a minute. Very loud, venue. So it's not like we had a conversation really. But Jared and Suri were very, very overwhelmingly nice to my mom, which is much appreciated. I texted Jared after the fact. So shout outs to them. Very cute, very cute. My mom, I think, had food poisoning at the same time, so mid-conversation she had to bail, but that's pretty funny. I hope Suri thinks it was because my mom was nervous meeting her. But, yeah. You see, Fair Play came at Camilla drunk and said she and Angelina are ruining the season by complaining about women's representation on 50. I think Johnny Fairplay is on a short list of most pathetic people ever. A lot of the people who are on that short list, I think, go on House of Villains. But I think Johnny Fairplay is I think, number one. I think Russell Hantz is not as bad. Bananas is not as bad. I think Johnny Fairplay is probably the worst alum who hasn't, killed somebody. He's just so annoying and pathetic. It's just so bad. I'm not I'm not looking at that tweet. This is brutal. I mean, how many times do you have to say how screwed Genevieve was? Oh, can I talk about Chrissy for a second? Izzy tweeted something about it, or Ski did something about it, as did Penner. I don't see it. I don't see it. I think it's such a dense reading of that situation.
She deactivated her Twitter and she went private on Instagram because I'm sure people were being awful and people are just dumb.
I have a lot of sympathy for Chrissy. I do not think she deserves the outrage she's receiving. I think the former alum who are egging it on and or just like saying it themselves, they're allowed to. I disagree with them. I think it's irresponsible. I think they know what it's like to be on a show and having your thoughts misrepresented. I've met Chrissy. She was very nice. I have not spent enough time with her to know exactly her thoughts on everything. Of course not. I think cut from the same cloth, to me, the way I read it, and I'm a white dude, so I get that. The way I read it was, we're honor, integrity, hard work, blue collar, old school. Like, is some of that dog whistly? It's like, I just don't think so. But I get it. Like, I could follow point A to point B of what people are saying. I think when people are like, oh, she's just saying white people, that's insane. Like, you cannot be actually thinking she means that. I think what happened is you saw her say cut from the same cloth, and you're like, yes, my chance. Here we go. Starts typing up the tweet. I just think it's obvious. I think it's obvious what she meant. Yeah, and it might even have to do with pre-gaming, too. I think it's so much more of like, and okay, I agree with her to an extent where she was talking to Jonathan, and she was basically saying, like, you and I are cut from the same cloth. You know, I'd be willing to vote for you when they are not. Referring to, I think it was Camilla and some other new era person. Who am I thinking of? I don't really. Point being, Tiffany. So Camilla and Tiffany, if they ever got to if they were in the jury and Jonathan's at the final two, they would never vote for him because they wouldn't respect Jonathan as a player. Which is not even like a wrong thing. I get it. Like I as a juror would probably feel the same way and would very likely vote for whoever's next to him. But like the context of the pitch was pretty clear. I think it's so disproportionate and unfair. I have more criticism for what LeBron said about Memphis. If you guys don't know about that, not Memphis Garrett to be clear. Um, LeBron was like in a golf YouTube video, and he was like talking about how he fucking hates going to Memphis and they should move the team to Nashville. And he was kind of shitting on the city, which I've been to Memphis. I love parts of it. Bass Pro Shop's one of my favorite things ever. America knows how much I love it. Like, I'm sure Memphis is probably the city with the worst accommodations for NBA stars, but maybe you know. I think advocating for a team to be relocated, you're always going to get hate. Every player hates Memphis. LeBron isn't alone, of course, and it only is a big deal because LeBron said it. But like it's all the city has. Like economically, Memphis needs the team, kind of. So I would not say that Max Regis at all. I think there are some people who are just seeking out conflict, but I think what you're saying, I disagree with. Who's playing a better game, Jonathan or Aubrey? I think Jonathan, right? I'm not disappointed in Chrissy. Like, Chrissy's season 35. It's a weird spot between old school and new school. Like, who does she fit in better with? I think old school. It doesn't really feel like she's playing to win right now. I'm sure she is, but, like, from our perspective, it doesn't feel like there's a path. But, you know, she'll try to figure something out. They asked him about it again today. Yeah, and he doubled down. It was super funny. He's like, I just don't like staying at the fucking Hyatt. Which I thought was pretty good. They made a rule that Survivor players couldn't cuddle for warmth anymore. That's interesting. I get it after 39, but yeah, I found this so interesting that you can wait to see if the shot in the dark lands before you play your idol. That feels so stupid to me. I kind of like it because that means like you can't get shot in the dark out of the game and it feels kind of random and you get screwed. So like if you have an idol, a privilege of having an idol is you get to avoid a shot in the dark. I actually kind of like it. I changed my mind. I don't think it's an oversight. I think it's a fine choice. I think the shot in the dark should be about self-preservation, not about getting your target out. So, not the biggest hater. Congrats to Emily. Joe was not part of the Zoom Alliance. The Zoom Alliance existing is covering up the other pregame alliances that obviously exist. So, I don't care, honestly. Great thing that Colby got voted out, by the way, instead of getting medevaced. All right, let's do one more Survivor post, then we'll end it. We'll do this one. Ozzy's made the jury phase 5 of 5 times. Just talking about Ozzy for a second. I find it so interesting how fickle even big Survivor fans are. Because Ozzy, for some very valid reasons, some less valid, was not loved in the community. And people were not happy that he came back. Obviously, Blue had her whole situation with Ozzy, and, I'm picking Blue's side over Ozzy's. That's not hard. But he's gotten a great edit, and everyone's on the Ozzy train again. I think Big Brother fans are a lot more vindictive. Where it's like Survivor, it's like, okay, shit, we're just giving you an edited thing, and everyone's like, this guy's great now. Doing porn's not the problem. I have no problem with them getting a porn star on Big Brother. That would be fine. It's just like the controversies surrounding it were worse. I've seen Christian get more hate than Ozzy. Christian's suffering from success right now. He's just getting a huge edit, and people, I don't think people even dislike Christian. They're like, oh, it's too much Christian. I'm like, well, I disagree, but that's fine. I will say, though, Ozzy as a player is so interesting. He's gotten so close to winning so many times, and if he gets close again, best player to never win, it's like, is it really Ozzy? That feels wrong, but the resume is the resume. I don't know what the fuck you do with, South Pacific. It's just a weird season. But it's it's part of his legend. I think it's a fun Ozzy season. I got too sucked into Survivor's Play, Blood on the Clock Tower. It's blinded my enjoyment. I always wanted to organize a Big Brother Blood on the Clock Tower, but I don't want to be the one organizing it. It's too much work. I've got enough going on, so hopefully someone organizes it and gets me involved. Okay, but that'll do it. A very quick stream. Again, we had nothing planned, so I just wanted to yap. Check out my TikTok if you have the chance. I'm trying to do something with it, allegedly. You see Cat in the diary room? Yeah, I thought that was funny. Matt Lagori texted me right after Cat was on. So check those out. I'm going to stream probably Monday or Tuesday, and I'm going to be doing the Stock Watch stream, so that should be fun. It's going to be the 10 biggest jumps in the Stock Watch in a 1 week. So that should be cool, and we'll talk about what happened and why that happened. That's it. We will have Survivor Pearl Islands finale and reunion posted on Monday, podcast on Tuesday. Book club